I'm just going to do my in and out. Well, you know what? At least we'll know who let the dog out. 74AIZ 73.
It was me, Chuck. I let the dog out. I'll be back. Be clear for now.
Dog on WB4AIZ.
KD80PC, KD80PC, KD8SLG. Try it out, Dustin.
Well, I was hearing double because I had two radios doing that. We're going to try 542232. This is the one that was giving me problems earlier. I'm on a different radio than usual, though, right now. I'm on this big old Baofeng. I don't even know what model it is, but it's a tri-bander.
It does not sound as good as the Icon. Are you going to tonight?
Ooh, hold on, I didn't like that one at all. There was a lot of packet loss on that one. Let me go back to the other node. Let's talk on the main node. Stand by. Okay, I'm juggling HTs. Now I'm back to the regular node. How do you like this one? Is this one better?
Roger, roger.
Fantastic. Yeah, I had a lot of packet loss on that other one for a second there, but everything seems to be checking out now. How are things over there?
The world is my oyster, Dustin. The world is my oyster. I wonder if people are having trouble hooking up tonight, because we've only got 15 connections right now. There's usually more than that.
Well, I had a a weird thing happened right after I connected my node and you and Chuck got done talking. Allstar read me off a whole bunch of different nodes that were connected or something. I thought that was kind of weird.
You must have something toggled in there to tell you what connections are connected when you hook up or something. I don't know. I've got all that talky stuff turned off except for the ID.
I did. I can't tell if it's on my end or your end, but that last transmission was really buzzy and noisy. You want to try that again?
W8WKY.
Sure, after my node IDs. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'll talk for a few seconds and say nothing. Saw Lucy joined us on the blue screen. Hi, Lucy. There. How'd that sound, Dustin?
It was way better, so no worries. I think we're ready to go there, Nick. I've got a fully charged HT, I have another fully charged HT, and I have another HT on the charger, so I think we'll figure it out.
Charging abounds. I get stuff charging all over the place, too. I wonder if that doesn't ever interfere. All right, man. We're at like 4 minutes. I'm going to go grab me a Mountain Dew and make room for it, and I'll be back. KD8PC, KD8SLG, clear for now.
All right there, Nick. I think I'm going to go grab myself a Voodoo Ranger. KD8EPC, clear until pre-show.
Get me a Mountain Dew too, K6KJV.
Oh, I can't pass up the opportunity to say hi to RevKev. K6KJV, KD8EPC, how are you?
I guess RevCav doesn't like you, Dustin. K6KJV, KD8SLG, we got about 2 minutes. What are you doing, RevCav?
Sounds like he doesn't like you any better there, Nick. KD8EPC.
I feel like I was struck by a drive-by shooting.
That's what you get for calling me out.
Just desserts. We'll call them just desserts. I put them on the list, so there.
All right there, Nick. Let's get these shenanigans started here in a couple of minutes. KD8EPC standing by.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QS Beacon Net pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390, positive offset in the PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. This is the early show, the pre-net at 9:30. I rack up the check-ins, Dustin knocks them down. Tonight, Matt has main trivia, and Josh has alt trivia. This is a control net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. When checking in, please give your call sign. Phonetically, alphanumerically, your name and location. That'll help me get you on the log. And wait for the beep. And key up for a couple of seconds before you start talking. And hang on for a second or so after you're done. I do want to hear everything that you have to say. So before I start taking check-ins, this way it's going to work. I'll take a couple rounds of check-ins. And then I'll go back to the list, see who's sticking around tonight and who's just here to get their ticket punched. And then Dustin takes over at the top of the hour. Before we get started there, let me do the Mickey Mouse roll call, as I like to call it. Let's check in with tonight's team and make sure everybody's radios are working and they're awake and all that fun stuff. KD8PC, this is KD8SLG. Dustin, I know you're there. You ready to rock and roll? We'll do it all again tonight.
All right there, Nick, KD8SLG. This is KD8EPC. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I got a cold bottle of water, but I think a Voodoo Ranger may be in order. It's been a nice day, and I've done lots of stuff, so I'm ready to have a nice cold one and have a good net. So with that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control. We'll be ready at the top of the hour.
All right, Dustin, sounding good, man. Sounding good on that one. And I don't know, my screen just blanked and I got nothing going on. I can't see NetLogger right now, so be ready to do something there, Dustin. Next up, we got Matt. I don't see him connected up yet, but let's see if he's out there. KF8GGM is KD8SLG. Matt, you ready to rock and roll tonight? KF8GGM, KD8SLG, are you there? Nothing heard. Let's go to Josh. He's got alt trivia tonight. W8HRF, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Josh?
KD8SLG, W8HRF. I am doing well. Got main trivia. Queuing it up now. Ready to rock and roll. Talk to you in a little bit. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
Yeah, I lost the microphone there while I was jiggling with the connection to the TV. Dude, I wanted to talk to you for a second while I got you. I saw Project Hail Mary. Audrey and I watched it a few nights ago. It finally showed up on Prime or one of the pay services that I use. What an awesome movie, man. What an awesome movie.
W8WKY.
Wasn't it great? We really enjoyed that movie. The book is really good, too. I liked the book. It's the only book in the last several years that I've gotten through, so I stayed up very late the evening before finishing it up, because I wanted to finish it before we saw the movie the day before, finish the day before we saw the movie, so that was cool. And if you are interested in any of the effects, like there's practical effects, Adam Savage's YouTube channel, Tested, they've been putting out videos for the last couple months every now and again. He got to visit the set while it was being filmed and got to, he actually got strapped into the rig where he got to fly around weightless. And, the latest one was showing how they made a lot of the different like handheld props, like the canister that was thrown to the main actor and a few other things, like the little diagram of the universe that appears and things. I'm hoping that they, well, I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody, but it is really cool. So it's also a cool little thing to go alongside if you're interested. Adam Savage's YouTube channel, Tested. So glad you liked it, Nick.
I'm rarely impressed by films anymore, and that was actually a really good film. And I'm glad you got to see it on the big screen. That must have been awesome. All right, man. We'll talk later on. We got all kinds of fun going on later this week. I'll talk to you later on. W8SRF, KD8SLG. All right, let me tell you, I got a list so far, and we'll take a couple rounds of check-in, see if anybody else is out there tonight. We got KE8YUK, Mrs. Lucy. You're up first in a special position, just in case. WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out. Talked to him earlier. Hey, Chuckles, if you're still out there. Sleep well, my friend. K6KJV, Kevin, RevCat, you're on the list. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, you're in there. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. K5CFY, Ray. N5KBD, Pete, I saw you in there. And N8FQP, Ted, don't run away. Glad to see you on the blue screen. This is KD8SLG taking early check-ins for the Beacon Net. I'm listening.
This is K3MBC. Kilo 3 Mike Bravo Charlie. Mark in Pasadena.
KC8YKP. Brian here in Shelby.
Alpha Delta 8 Papa Quebec. This is Ken in Mentor.
All right, we picked up 3 there. K3MBC, Mark out in Pasadena, Texas. Gotcha, Mark. KC8YKP, good evening, Brian. See, looks like the repeater's working for you tonight or something. You'll have to let me know when I get back to you. And 88PQ, Ken, I've got you on a list. Anyone else out there? I'm taking early check-ins for the Beacon that starts at the top of the hour. It's KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha.
Kilo Charlie 8 Yankee Foxtrot Oscar, KC8YFO, Andy, Medina.
All right, we picked up KF8DT8, Jeff. Good to hear you tonight, man. KC8YFO, Andy Man. Another Andy Man. Whoa, where is it? AB8, I'm most usually here by now, thinking of him. He's got stuff to do. That's right. All right, you guys are on the list. Let's go up to the top. Start talking to people. We'll take some more check-ins in a few minutes if I missed anybody. KE8YUK, KD8SLG. Good evening, Lucy. It's been a minute. How you doing? Are you going to stick around tonight? That's a loaded question. How you doing?
KD8SLG, KD8YUK. I'm here, and I am awake. I slept the sleep of the dead when both kids took their naps. It was one of those, I'm just going to sit here on this couch for a little bit, and then I woke up an hour and a half later. We're doing all right. Yeah, we'll be here, and looking forward to trivia. I'm looking forward to hearing how everybody's been doing. KD8YUK, KD8SLG.
lucky camper. I tried to take a nap this afternoon, and I just didn't work. It's one of those, you know, I set it for 20 minutes, and 6 minutes, and I wasn't anywhere close, and I just gave up on it. Yeah. You stick around. Well rested, Lucy. Or better rested. We'll put up like that. Put it like that. Better rested. We're going to clear with K8YUK. KD8SLG, WB4AIZ. Chuck was in and out. Thanks, Chuckles. K6KJV, RevCav. Are you going to answer me this time, RevCav? You out there? You going to stay up and play trivia with us tonight?
Well, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Good evening, RevCav. Maranatha. How you doing, man?
Well, hello, Nick, and Mr. Dustin, and everyone else on the pre-net. Sorry about earlier. For some reason, Allstar just wouldn't let me talk. I could hear y'all talking to me, but you couldn't hear me. So I'm doing all right, and I'm glad y'all sound like you're doing good. And yes, I am sticking around for the big show. So I'll turn it back to you there, Nick, and Maranatha.
Very good, man. Very good. So looks like you're using repeater phone or DV switch or one of those things, I think, and coming in through Allstar like that. Make sure there's no updates to do. There's been a whole slew of updates lately, and I think a bunch of the problems being caused by them not being updated. Everybody's not updated to the same doodad, the same versions, and I think that's what might be going on. I could be wrong, but I know one of my nodes I had 128 updates on. Dustin had 73 or something on one of his, and yeah, so things are changing out there, and we got to keep up with the times, I guess. And unfortunately, they don't force them out to us like most of the phone apps do now. So, give that a look-see, Kev. What do you think?
I agree 100%. I was on DV switch earlier, and I switched over to repeater phone, so now it's working. So there you go. But if I have to, I'll just bust out one of my other nodes. So back to you from K6KJV.
Thanks, Kev. Coming back, tested it. It's still working good. Repeater phone's working better. All right. Thanks, man. We're going to clear with K6KJV, who is sticking around tonight, RevCav. Thanks. Let's go to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Taco Tim? Are you going to stay up and play trivia?
Good evening there, Just Nick. Yes, I am staying up and going to play some trivia. I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Taco Tim, got you sticking around tonight. It's kind of nice having you here, not on the night shift. You sound better on whatever you're using, I think. Going to clear with KI5TAQ. Let's go to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT, KD8SLG. Uncle Fred, what's going on in the world of sports? And are you staying up to play trivia with us tonight?
W8WKY.
Yes, I will be here. The Guardians are up 5-3. They got the bases loaded. Top of the seventh. They were winning 3-0. Then they let their pitcher stay in long enough to give up 3 runs. But now they've once again got the lead 5-3. So it could be a real Donnybrook here. It's a slugfest. KE8QFT back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred's World of Sports. Thank you for keeping me updated. And just can't make baseball happen. I really can't. I got you sticking around, Uncle Fred. We're going to clear with KE8QFT. Let's go out to Oklahoma, K5ZFY. Fine business on the boredom breaker net this afternoon, sir. You don't drink light beer, you rent it. How you doing, Ray? Are you going to stay up for the big show tonight?
KD8, SL, and the net, K5CFY. I'm hanging around. I want to see what's going on the blue screen and hear what everybody else is doing. So, yeah, I'm hanging around. Thanks for being there. We definitely appreciate it. Had a lot of fun on the Border Breaker net today. Hope you and Dustin did, too. Back to you, K5CFY.
We did have fun, Ray. We always have fun doing that hour. But, man, you know, we had to ask for check-ins a couple of times today. It was like begging. Don't know where everybody is, man. I think the weather's catching up with everybody. Everybody should stay on the cool side of the door in the afternoon and check into the Boredom Breaker net. I got you sticking around, Ray. Thanks, man. K5CFY, KD8SLG. Next up, we got Pete. I saw him in the blue screen. Let's see if Pete has a voice tonight. Josh, listen closely. N5, KBD, KD8SLG. Are you out there, Pete? Such a letdown. N5, KBD, KD8SLG. Pete, are you there? Trying somewhere? Nothing heard. I'm going to clock him in and out tonight. N5 KBD, Pete, if you're out there, have a good night. This is the BeaconNet pre-show. I'm KD8SLG. This is the W8WKY repeater. And next on the list, we've got N8FQP, Ted. Good evening, Ted. How are you, sir? Or you just here to get your ticket punched, or you want to stick around and play trivia with us tonight? N8FQP. Ted, do you have your PL tone turned on? You out there? N8FQP, KD8SLG. Nothing heard there. Let's go out to Mark in Pasadena, Texas. Yeah, I can speak. And let's see if my radio's working. K3NBC, KD8SLG. Mark, save me.
KD8SLG, this is K3NBC. Hearing you just fine tonight, Nick. I'm in it to win it tonight, so I'm sticking around to the end. Back to net.
Fine business, Mark. Fine business. Thank you. My radio is working. And I got you sticking around tonight, and thanks for the offer I saw on Discord. I think we got it covered. We're going to clear with K3NBC. Let's go to Brian and Shelby. KC8YKP, KD8SLG. Brian, how you doing tonight, man? Are you going to stay up and play trivia with us?
Hey, good evening. KC8YKP here. Yeah, I'll stick around and get the questions wrong again per usual, but not necessarily. I might actually know one tonight. We'll find out. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like the trivia, so I'll stick around and hang out. Hopefully I should be sounding good. I'm coming to you through my repeater on Allstar here. Last night, if you heard me, I checked into your club net. I was transmitting directly to W8WKY from my radio at the house, so I wasn't making it in well enough for some reason. But tonight we're linked in through the repeater, so should be loud and clear. Back to you, KC8YKP.
Yeah, it was was a rough copy on you last night on the club net, but we eventually figured it out, and you sound great tonight, man. You're coming in loud and proud. It's working good for you. I got you sticking around. And, it's all in good fun, man. All in good fun. The questions are all in good fun. We're going to go to KC8YKP, who's sticking around. Let's go talk to Ken up in Mentor. 88PQ, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Ken? You going to stick around for trivia?
88 PQ. Yes, I'm going to stick around for the trivia. And let me tell you, everything is great tonight. The propagation must really be cooking tonight. Everything's clear. No noise. Very good. It's good talking to you, Nick. Back to you.
Yeah, you got a really solid signal into the 015, and everything's working fine there. Sounding good tonight, Ken, and I got you sticking around for the big show. We're going to clear with 88PQ. This is KD8SLG, and next up we got Jeff, KF8DTA. How you doing tonight, Jeff? You just here to say hi and get your ticket punched, or do you want to stick around for the big show tonight?
This is KF8DTA. I'm over here putting a pantry together. And just gonna say hi, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to stick around for all the questions. I'll be listening, but got a noisy house here. KF8 DTA.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of the Rugrats running around there behind you. All right, man. Well, we'll keep you company while you're doing your business there and taking care of the little ones. And chime in later on if you feel the need or desire. We're going to clear with KF8DTA. It's KD8SLG. You're listening to the Beacon Net pre-show here on the WKY repeater. Next up, we got Andy up in Medina. KC8YFO, the other Andy. How you doing tonight, man? Are you going to stick around for trivia?
Hey there, Nick. All right, that is the game plan. I do have an early morning, but the Allstar Node is up. I couldn't connect to 48496. I'm not sure if that was already talked about, but I joined about 10 minutes ago, so I'm joining on the other one. But, yes, and Jeff's situation is kind of like my situation, trying to get everybody to bed. I'm going to try to do the same here, but the radio will be there. So that is the plan. I will be sticking around. Good to hear your voice again, Nick, and I'll take the other Andy. KD8SLG, W8WKY, KC8YFO.
All right, man, I got you sticking around tonight. Ray had problems last night hooking up during the club net. I hooked him up through 43211. I've had 10 other people join up since the net started, so something's working right out there. It may just be a timing issue, but I got you sticking around. Thanks, Andy. KC8YFO, KD8SLG, KC8FQV, and Eddie, W3ETV, Mark and Eddie, I got you guys on the list. I saw you sneak in there, so I'm going to talk to you now. KC8FQV, KD8SLG, how you doing, Mark? You sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
Yes, we are. Nick, KCFQV, we're going to stick around. And it was great this morning because I didn't hear part of the net, but I went back and listened to WB8 CXL, and I heard everything that I kept dozing off on. So I'll be sticking around. I'm vertical now, the KCFQV.
Vertical now and on RF the way it should be. I see you sneaking in on 015 there, Mark. Sounding good on RF tonight. We're going to clear with Mark, who's sticking around, and let's talk to Eddie in Maryland, W3ETV. Got you again today, Eddie. How you doing, man? Are you staying up tonight, or you just want to speak your piece and go to bed tonight? What do you got going on?
Nick, yeah,
actually just remembered a few minutes ago that it was Wednesday night and the Beacon Net was on. I almost missed it. So I'm so far down on the list here, I guess I'll have to stick around long enough to be able to talk to somebody and give my answers. So, yeah, I'll be here for quite a while, I guess. And in the meantime, I might be actually trying to watch a little movie or something other here until I get around to getting to me again. Anyway, back to you, Nick. W3TV back in that. And it's always good to follow Mark. Hey, Mark. How you doing?
W3ETV KD8SLG. Got you in there, Eddie, for another round. I think it's going to go quick tonight. And there, I just jinxed this, Dustin. All right, I've got 4 more minutes. Let's see who else is out there. Eddie's the bottom of my list so far. This is KD8SLG. I'm taking early check-ins for the Beacon Net. Starts in about 4 minutes. I'm listening.
Mr. Time Clock, you punched my ticket.
Oklahoma.
November 5 Kilo Bravo Delta and 5 KBD. Coweta, Oklahoma Mobile. In and out, please.
Whiskey Mike 4 Bravo Echo.
This is Kilo Delta 8 Hotel Alpha Golf. Tim, KD8 HAG Mobile and in and out.
Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. Gary in Fairlawn.
All right, fine business. Let me tell you who I got there. I missed one for sure. N5KBD, I called for you earlier, Pete, and I must have missed you. I got you in and out. It's good to hear you tonight, man. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Then we got K4OG. I'm pretty sure the original gangster said that he was getting his ticket punched and going to bed. So, Mark, thank you. You have a glorious night. Then I heard somebody from Oklahoma. All I heard was Oklahoma. We'll get you in a second if I missed you. WM4BE, Steve, I believe that was. KD8HAG, Tim, I got you in and out from Litchfield. Thanks, Tim. And AA8CS, Gary, I've got you on the list. That Oklahoma station I missed. Want to come back again, please?
You bet, Nick. This is Ryan, KJ5, MCV Kilo, Juliet 5, Mike Charlie Victor, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Man, I'm sorry I cannot identify you from just Oklahoma yet, but someday I will. All right, KG5 MCV. Well, dude, you're in the line that I have lit up there, so have at it, Ryan. What are you doing tonight, man? Are you sticking around to play trivia?
Well, Nick, just Nick, KJ5MCV here. I'm pretty far down there on the list, but I think I can make it. So put me down for sticking around and around and around. Appreciate you, brother. Good to hear from you. Talk to you again soon. KJ5MCV.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. All right, Ryan, I get you sticking around. KD5MCV, KDSLG. Let's see what Steve's up to. WM4BE, I believe it was. How you doing tonight, Steve? That's going to start in a minute or two. You want to play trivia with us tonight?
I probably won't stick around for trivia, but anyway, I'm at my campground, the Hidden Acres Campground in West Salem, Ohio. It's a beautiful night. Sitting out on my deck, just playing with the radio a little bit, and nice to get on the air. Thanks.
All right, Steve. Sounds like you're sitting out by a campfire and having a good time. I'm going to keep you on the list. You may still be around later. If you're not, it's all right. WM4BE, KD8SLG. KD8HAG, Tim was in and out. Thanks, Tim. And last but not least, my tail gunner tonight, AA8CS, KD8SLG. Gary, how you doing, man? Are you staying up with us tonight, or do you need to get some Z's before that early, ungodly hour of 7 a.m.?
Nick, it is so good to be here with you this evening, and it was a successful beer night tonight. Yeah, I didn't go last week. Way too much stuff going on with the 4th of July and all that cool stuff. It was really pretty nice. Anyway, I am going to just get my ticket punched tonight, if that's okay with you. And if you want me to hang around, I will do it. But I think I probably should get some sleep so I can be at my best tomorrow morning for the absolutely premier drive time net in northeastern Ohio. That would be the barometer net for all the uninitiated. Is that a word? Uninitiated? Well, anyway, if you're that, then you may not know the barometer net, but otherwise, I'm pretty sure you do. Coming off a pretty successful 13 colonies, although I didn't get Great Britain this year. First time in a long time I haven't gotten the GB, but they suck. What can I say? This is AA8. This is AA8CS. Back to net. Punch my ticket, Nick, and I'll see you in the morning.
AA8CS, KD8SLG, consider your ticket punched, and I will see you in the morning at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Northeast Ohio's premier drive time net, the barometer net. Gary's got Thursday and Friday mornings, and it's always a good time. You should tune in if you're up. Well, I'm a couple minutes over, Dustin. Take it out on my paycheck. I want to thank everybody who joined me for the pre-show tonight. We had a good time, but it's time for Dustin to take over and light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Do me a favor and put Miss Lucy in line 2 and delete the line 2. All right, or maybe it's line 3. Anyway, good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8 WKY repeater. 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8 WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks. We ask that you keep for a couple seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before I start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show, I'd like to check into the Beacon Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Here is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AB8MO short time.
All right, I think I had a double there. I got AB8MO short time. Was there another mobile station in there with Andy?
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 BHQ Benjamin mobile.
Right there, Ben, we got you in the mobile. Andy done stomped all over you. We'll be back to both of you here in just a minute. Do we have any other stations before we go up and get our trivia read? Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Oscar Golf KF8 EOG Pete in and out.
All right, we picked up KF8 EOG. Pete was in and out. All right, let's go down here now and let's go up here now and let's get Miss Lucy, K8YUK. What do you have for us for trivia this evening?
KDADPC, KE8YUK. Good evening, everyone. Here's your main trivia. The Japanese yachtsman Kenichi Hori was the first person to cross the Pacific Ocean using what renewable resource? A. Solar power. B. A wind turbine, not to be confused with a sail. C. Hydroelectricity via a converted motor. Or D. Colonel Cornwaldo bean doggy paddling. Again, a Japanese yachtsman Kenichi Hori was the first person to cross the Pacific Ocean using what renewable resource? A. Solar power. B. Wind turbine, not to be confused with a sail. Or C. Hydroelectricity via a converted motor. Or D. Colonel Cornwaldo bean doggy paddling. I'll post it in the blue screen. Good luck, everybody. K8YK to KD8EPC.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. I'm going to think about that one for a while. And while I do, let's go over to Josh now. W8HRF, what do you have for us for alt trivia?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. I think a good answer for Lucy's trivia question would have been a herd of Larry the Rubber Chickens just pulling him across. That's a renewable resource. Sorry, a herd, a flock. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, what was the world's first purpose-built, where was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? So where was it constructed? Your options are Alpha, Bell Telephone Labs in New Jersey, Bravo, the California Institute of Technology, Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C., or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. I'll go ahead and read this again. 1 second. Alternate trivia for tonight. Where was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Your options are Alpha, Bell Laboratories in New Jersey, Bravo, the California Institute of Technology, Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C., or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Appreciate that one. I'm going to think about both those trivias, and I'm going to go down here, and we're going to start with Andy, AB8MO. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. KD8EPC from AB8MO. Well, if my audio's too hot, I have no way to recalibrate it right now. Well, I had it meticulously calibrated within about less than 3 dB of at least my ICOM, so it is set to the level of my ICOM 2730 at home, which may or may not be functional at this point. It might have blown up with the power supply, who knows. It didn't catch on fire, though. The radios didn't catch on fire, but the power supply certainly did. So, anyhow, I'm going to go with A for Andy on both. Had a band concert tonight in Chardon for the Lake Effect Concert Band, and it was a gorgeous evening. It was almost perfect weather. It was probably the driest it's been in probably the last 2 weeks. It wasn't super muggy. It was a little humid, but it wasn't muggy. So anyhow, I want to get off the radio here. We're making it work here with a one-room apartment, but it's not pleasant, but we're making it work. So anyway, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow there, Dustin. And thanks for getting me in there. Write down the scribble on the answers for me so you can give them to me tomorrow. Back to you there, Dustin. Everybody have a good night. KD8EPC, this is AB8MO.
I'll have a copy of the answers for you tomorrow there. No problem, Andy. We'll say 73, and I'll give you a holler when I'm getting done at my appointment. Let's go down to Ben now. K8BHQ in the mobile. How you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Dustin. Just driving home. Don't have much for traffic, so I'll get right to trivia and go with Delta and Delta. That's about all I've got, so this is KE8BHQ, and I'll wish you 73.
There, Ben, we'll say 73, and you mobile safely out there, my friend. We got you down for double D's for your trivia answers. All right, that brings me back to the top. Let's go talk to RevKev. Let's see if he'll answer me this time. K6KJV, this is KD80PC. Take it away.
Well, hello, Dustin. This is K6KJV, Kevin here in Valley Springs, California, and hopefully you're hearing me this time. Like I told Nick, I heard y'all calling back to me, but for some reason, the device, internet, Allstar, whatever it is, wasn't working. So, I hope you're hearing me now. Glad to be here. Glad to talk to you. Hello to you, Nick, the rest of the crew, and the youngins. If they ain't in bed, put them in bed, Lucy. That includes Josh. Oh, and, well, I guess I better get to the answers there. I'm thinking about switching it up here. Instead of double D's, I think I'm going to go with D and D. Yeah, and double deltas. There you go. That switched it up. So God bless 73 and Maranatha. Back to you, Mr. Dustin from K6KJV.
So that's D and D, not to be confused with a double D's. Got it there. RevKev, so great to hear you, my friend. We'll say 73 Maranatha and God bless, and we'll catch you there down the log. And that's going to bring us to Taco Tim, KI5 at TAQ. Take it.
Well, good afternoon there, Dustin. I should say good evening there, Dustin. What am I thinking? My wife also says hi to you, Dustin, and all I could say for trivia questions, I think I'm going to be like RevKev. Double D's. We'll just say we're sticking to that and let you get on down the list. Back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. We'll wave hi at your better half there, and then we get you down for double D's, and we'll say 73 and catch you down the log. And that brings me to Uncle Fred, KEQFT. What's going on the north end of town?
Well, nice weather here on the north end. Tonight's supposed to get down in the 70s. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Charlie and Bravo for the trivia. Oh, boy. The Guardians managed to let them back in the game, and it's 5-5 now. So, it just don't seem like quite the team we've had lately in the past. That's it for now. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred, we got you on for Charlie and Bravo, and yeah, I understand the Guardians haven't been doing so well, but I kind of expected that with Jose being injured, that happens. So we'll say 73 got you on for Charlie and Bravo. That brings me over here to Mr. Ray, K5 at CFY. How was the second hour of the net, Ray?
KD8, EPC in the net, K5, CFY. Good evening for Dustin. Well, being out, but I don't know. Anyway, but we had a good net. It was fun. But I always enjoy listening to you. You do a great net, and you and Mr. Nick there on the keyboard. But we had fun. So anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. So thanks for getting me in there, and we'll give it back to you. K5, CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, you had some packet loss on the first half, but we got most of what you said, and we got you down for Charlie and Charlie. And We really appreciate you giving me and Nick that first hour there. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log there. Let's go talk to Ted now. NEFQP, how you doing? All right, you may have been in and out. Let's try that one more time. NEFQP, Ted, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go talk to Mark, K3MBC. How you doing, Mark? Great to hear you out there, and thanks for the offer this evening, but I already had it covered before you offered, so we'll get you in there one of these other days. What's going on, man?
KD8EPC, this is K3MBC. Good evening, Dustin. Just enjoying another hot day here in Houston. Had a long day of work, had a very productive day. I was telling on the Beacon Net, we had a major piece of equipment explode at church, and we cleaned up its mess and put all the parts back together today. So we're back up and running with that. Anyway, trivia answers tonight are Alpha and Alpha. Back to you.
All right there, Mark. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are back up and running. That sounds like something else, but we got you down for double A's for your trivia. We'll say 73. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's jump on over to Shelby now. Let's talk to Brian, KC8YKP. How you doing?
Good evening, KC8YKP. I was letting my local repeater ID finish up there, sorry. I still might have interrupted the last part of it. Doing all right down here. Another nice, warm summer day. I'm trying to enjoy them because I always dwell all summer on the cold crud and rain that seems like it lasts half the year. Try to enjoy the nice weather while I got it here. Should be making it in good. I got my repeater here in Shelby on 147.165 linked in through Allstar. I think I finally got everything working real well, so it sounds good on this end. Pleased with that, I guess. I'm glad you guys will have me. So, as far as trivia, I want to say Bravo and Delta are my two answers. I'm sure they're wrong, but shot in the dark. Just like whose line is it anyway, or the points don't matter or whatever. So we'll give that a shot. That's all I got. Back to you guys. KC8YKP.
All right there, Brian. Well, thanks for becoming quite the regular, and you're sounding really good tonight. We got you down for Bravo and Delta for your trivia. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring us on over here to Kenneth, AD8PQ. How you doing?
Lady 8PQ. Good evening, Dustin. Doing well. It's good weather today. My trivia answers are Bravo and Charlie. Bravo and Charlie. This is 88PQ. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, we got you down for Bravo and Charlie. We'll say 73. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. It was a beautiful day. We did a little bit of swimming and hiking, so good times. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring me on over here to the east end of town, KC8YFO. Andy, how you doing?
Hey there, Dustin and the net. Doing all right. I'm glad I got to stay up, hear your voice. You're doing a great job. Let's see, trivia, before I forget. Let's see, we'll go Alpha and Charlie. But hey, it was a good day. Just got back from a trip yesterday. for 4 days, and then actually this weekend I'm heading over to the Azores. So I'm going to bring the radio there and hopefully make some contacts. So if anybody's on HS, they can look for me. But, all right, sending it back to you, KC8YFO.
All right there, Andy, KC8YFO. Well, great to hear you out there, and enjoy your time. I hope you make lots of contacts while you're out there, my friend. And we got you down for Alpha and Charlie, and don't forget, it's your turn for trivia, main trivia next Wednesday, so there you go. We'll say 73. This is KD8EPC, and next on my list, we're going to talk to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it. Uh-oh, KC8FQV. Mark, are you there?
I go to where the radio's at, KCFQV. Yeah, we're on RF. So I'm going to go A and Delta. A for the main one and Delta for the secondary one. Illinois on the second one. So everything else is good here today. Yeah, this morning I used the WB8 CXO feed to listen to some of the net that I kept dozing off in with the barometer net. The same one I mentioned about people could check if they're really noisy and want to hear how they sound. So, yeah, that's the same one. One I told the people last year to do. So, I'll send it back to net, KSubQV.
All right there, Mark. We got you down for Alpha and Delta. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down in the log. Let's go talk to Eddie for the second time today. W3ETB. What's going on in Annapolis?
Yeah, hi, Dustin. Yeah, 2 times in one day. Yeah, we really made it this today. Yeah, I don't know if you I stuck around long enough to read my comment in the blue screen after you told about your truck there. But anyway, yeah, I have a brother-in-law that I had bought my old Dodge truck, and he turned around and decided he wasn't going to cap off the oil or something or other, and of course he burned up the motor in that truck. But I did sell it to him, and he burned up the motor in it. And then I guess that was kind of payback, though, because actually he sold me a car one time, and then he wanted to borrow it. Let him borrow it, and then he turned around and wrecked the daggone thing. So, of course, my wife got on his case. That's my brother-in-law. So my wife got on his case, told him she's going to beat him with a broom if he didn't go ahead and pay back the money on the car. So anyway, he gave me my money back. But then the police called, and they wanted to know why I left the car, why I left the scene of the crime. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with American Airlines for tonight. ANA. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Eddie. Well, we know you really left the scene of the crime there and wrecked the car. Hi. We got you down for A&A. We'll say 73T, and we'll catch you on and down the log. Let's go talk to Ryan now at KJ5MCV. What's going on, buddy?
Well, hello to you, Mr. Dustin. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. I was just getting edified about FT8 on the blue screen. I thought, I don't know, that seems like people like it. But I was interested, and then I wasn't all of a sudden. Nick said it was like watching paint dry, and I don't much care for that. So I'll just skip over it. I was going to say, last time I was in Houston, or in that area, I was north of Houston, and on the way home for, I don't know, about 100 miles. For whatever reason, that FT891 in the truck with the whip, I got a lot of Ohio stations. only listening because I had it on 20 meters. 10 meters wasn't doing very good, but staggering amount of Ohio boys in there. So, yeah, it seems like if you get in the right spot, we could chat at some point. Anyways, long story short, I'll shut up. I'm going to give you some trivia answers. I like Delta because it was just some random ham idea, and I'll coincidentally end up with double D's just because, I don't know the second one. She eludes me. She's wonderful at her job, but she makes me feel stupid. That YUK, if you're listening. Anyways, all is well in the neighborhood, man. I'll let you get down through there, buddy. Great to hear you, too, and talk to you again soon, brother. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. I'll give it back to you.
All right there, Ryan. Just to confirm, that was double D's for your trivia answers?
Confirmed.
All right, thanks so much there, bud. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log real soon. All right, let's go talk to WM4BE. Steven, how you doing? You still out there at your campground? All right, you may have been in and out. We talked to the rest of the lot, KD8HAG, AA8CS, AB8MO, K8BHQ, and KF8EOG, Pete. That brings me to the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC to Beacon. I'm ready for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha, KJ5 ATH Network.
I'll take them one at a time. Hi, Guy, KJ5ATA. How you doing, my friend? Well, let's go up here real quick. We'll get our trivias reread, and then we'll come talk to you. K8YUK, Miss Lucy, would you mind rereading us the main trivia, please?
K8YUK, sorry about that. I could not get a grip on the mic, but here we are. Main trivia. What? Get a grip. You should have told me that earlier today. What a day, man. Anyway. The Japanese yachtsman Kenichi Hori was the first person to cross the Pacific Ocean using what renewable resource? Was it A, solar power, B, a wind turbine, not to be confused with a sail, C, hydroelectricity via a converted motor, or D, Colonel Cornwaldo bean doggy paddling? That's your main trivia. I'll repost it in the blue screen. KE8YK, KD8EPC.
All right, let's go back to Josh now, W8HRF, for a reread on our alt trivia. What do you have for us, Josh?
I was sitting here on the blue screen. I was sitting here on the Group W bench and forgot that I have responsibilities. W8HRF here with alt trivia. What was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Where was it constructed? Goodness gracious, I can read. Your options are Alpha, Bell Telephone Laboratories in New Jersey. Bravo, the California Institute of Technology. Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. Or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. Again, tonight's alternate trivia. Where was the first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Your options are Alpha, Bell Laboratories in New Jersey. Bravo, the California Institute of Technology. Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. Or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Josh. Well, thanks so much for doing the alt trivia, and I'll tell you what, you can get anything you want there at Alice's restaurant. Anyway, let's go down to Guy now, KJ5ATA. Take it away. How you doing? And what are your trivia answers?
Yeah, Dustin. Yeah. Speaking of network control, this is KJ5ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas. And I'm going to have to that my answers after just listening to those, it's going to be Delta and Charlie. And why I'm saying those is because they sound logical, but if they're real or for real or not, I will be good, I will be surprised, I will be happy if it's true. Anyways, it's been hot down here in Texas, real hot, and that's the way it is. I'm just curious about how things are in Ohio. If it's any cooler, I know it's got to be green as heck up there. So, anyways, yeah, this is KG588 back to network.
All right there, Guy. Well, we had a heat wave for a few days there, but it's been a little cooler today and yesterday. I went out swimming today and a little hiking, so wasn't so bad. We've got you down for Delta and Charlie, and yeah, I hope we're done with the super hot weather, but I have a feeling we'll get some more. We'll say 73 for now, Guy. Thanks so much for joining us. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Please.
All I heard was, I think it was please, but I'm pretty sure that was Donald, KI5WDM. Donald, if that was you lost audio after please. You want to try that again?
Yeah, this is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, Donald in the Osage.
Did you just find that time, Donald? How you doing? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I've got a little problem with my mic plug where it plugs into the radio on this little Anyway, my Bravo and Bravo answers tonight are going to be lucky, and I'm going to win, or at least be right. I'm going with Bravo and Bravo, although I do like that Delta on that second question. Yeah, let's go Bravo and Delta. I like that too. So, it's hot outside. I'm just sitting out here so I can talk on the radio. Got the air conditioner running in the truck. Got Mama all medicated. The dog laid down. So I'm good for about an hour or so. This is KI5WDN. Back to you, sir.
All right, there. We had you down for Bravo and Bravo, but now we got you down for Bravo and Delta. And Ryan says to tell you hello, KJ5MCV, and sounds like things are going well for you, and we're glad to hear that. So we'll say 73 to you. We'll catch you down the log. We're going to make one more call here. Any other check-ins before we go up and talk to the net control team? Please call now.
W8WKY. W2JLS. Good evening on your ears, Dustin.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. That's a really good one. John, W2JLS, how you doing, my friend? What are your trivia answers, and what's going on?
Okay, we'll take those in order. I was not listening. Unfortunately, not listening, not able to answer the questions. I don't want to trouble you for a reread. I'm betting you probably just did one not too long ago. I'm on Echolink. My radio's running down in the radio room, but I am upstairs. I got sidetracked and missed almost all of the net. Sorry about that, sir. Other than that, what do I have going on? Waiting for my son to get home, so he'll be coming around here pretty soon, and then I'm also probably getting ready to go to sleep. I'm feeling kind of worn out, but yeah, man, good to hear you. I'm glad I caught you before you made it to back to the net control officers for the Beacon Net. So I'm going to just once again, I'll wish you a very good evening on your ears to you and everyone listening, and I'll pass it back. Thanks for having me, Dustin. W2JLS.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, to hear you, and we have plenty of time. We did just redo a reread a few minutes ago, but we'd be happy to reread them for you if you want to take a shot at them.
I'm keen to go for it, but please do not feel like you need to do that for me, especially in that you just reread them. And I'm probably the last check-in, or one of the last as you move to the list. So why don't we just pass tonight, buddy? Appreciate it, though. I'm listening into the questions and the answers here shortly.
All right there, John. Well, I'll give you the pass this time, but if we reread them again, feel free to chime in, and great to hear you, my friend. We'll say 73. We're going to make one more call. Anybody else before we go up and talk to the net control team, please call now.
Whiskey 1, Whiskey Tango.
All right.
November 8, Uniform Alpha Alpha. And I could get a reread on the number 1 question.
Oh, looks like I got stepped on. Let me try this here again. We got several here. I picked up several. Before we go talk to everybody, we're going to reread the trivia again. You know what? So stand by. Back to you. Let me make sure I got it. All right, let's go up to Miss Lucy. Would you reread us the main trivia, please?
APC K8YK. Here I am, and here is main trivia. The Japanese yachtsman Kenichi Hori was the first person to cross the Pacific Ocean using what renewable resource? A. Solar power. B. Wind turbine. Not to be confused with a sail. C. Hydroelectricity via converted motor. Or D. Colonel Cornwaldo being doggy paddling. Good luck. That's your main trivia. K8YK to KD80PC.
All right, thanks so much, sir, Miss Lucy. Let's go down to Josh now, W8HRF, to reread the alternate trivia for us, please. Take it away there, Josh.
All right. KD80PC, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia. Where was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Your options are Alpha, Bell Telephone Laboratories in New Jersey. Bravo, the California Institute of Technology. Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. Or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. Again, alternate trivia. Where was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Your options are Alpha, Bell Telephone Laboratories in New Jersey. Bravo, the California Institute of Technology. Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. Or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Before I go down this list, I know you said pass, but I'm going back to John. W2JLS, are you still there?
This is W2JLS returning, this time in the radio room. I don't know, and I don't know, but I'll take a stab at it. Miss Lucy's question, YUK, I think let's go with A on that one. I don't know, though. I think A was the solar. Trying to imagine how that would work. It seems very unlikely you'd have enough power to circumnavigate with that. So, I don't know. No clue. Let's see. And then Mr. Josh with that question. I'm trying to remember even what it was. I think I'm going to go with D, the ham operator for that one. Could imagine starting small and going from there for the first. W2JLS, passing it back. Thanks, Dustin. Appreciate that.
No worries there, John. We're glad to have you with us, as always. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, let's go to Steve now. W1WT, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, it's the first time on the net. Just kind of scrolling by, and I'm testing out my new to me IC706 Mark IIG. Just bought her on Facebook Marketplace. I was wondering, how do I sound?
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, you were full quieting into the repeater, sounding really good there. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
Thank you very much. That's a good sign. I didn't waste, got a good deal, $400. I think it's a pretty good deal. You know, I get 50 watts out of this and 100 watts HF, so I'll be happy. But, yeah, I'll join the net. I'll give you an answer to that net question if you want.
Yeah, we would love your answers to the trivia question. That's cool. And we'll wave a hand. We're right up the road here in Medina, on the west end of Medina, so we're not all that far apart.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a Newberry repeater, but I could be wrong. Is that right? Is this the Newberry repeater, or am I on a different repeater?
Well, if you're on the 015,
you're on the 015.
Repeater, but we're on a link system. We're on Allstar. This net actually originates from the 147.39 repeater in Doylestown, but it's probably linked with the 015. It usually is. All right, and they confirmed you are coming in through the 015, but yeah, it's a linked system. I'm coming in through the 147.39 out of Doylestown, but yeah, you're sounding really good.
Cool. Well, I didn't entirely catch the question, but I just, you repeated that a million times, so I'll pass on that. But I can safely say, if there was a first circumnavigation, that it would not be by sail, because that, depending on who you ask, was either Sir Francis Drake, Sir Francis Chichester, or Sir Robin Knox Johnson, depending on the criteria which you determine a solo circumnavigation. Solar is highly unlikely, depending on energy density. So whatever that third question was with the wind-driven rotor or what have you, that seems the most plausible. So I'm going to go with that.
W8WKY.
All right, there you go. We got you down for answer C there. Did you hear the second question by chance?
Yeah, I'm going to probably guess it was the Naval Observatory or Bell Labs. I'm going to go with the Naval Observatory. It sounds like something they would do.
All right, very good. We got your answer down there. Do you have anything else for the net tonight?
We're just glad to be here and glad that my purchase was functional out of the box. So, sounds great. Thank you.
All right there, Steve. We're glad to have you, and come back and join us. We do this every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. We start the pre-show at 9:30, and we always have a couple of fun trivia questions. So we'll say 73, and have fun with that new radio. I really love ICOMs. I'm running one now, too. So we'll look forward to catching you down the log. We'll say 73. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go talk to N8UAA. Michael, how you doing?
This is N8UAA, Mike in Columbia Station. Good evening, everybody on the net. I, too, am using how it sounds because I'm actually using a new antenna on this end. I used to use my HT, couldn't get into the repeater I'm going through. As far as I know, I'm going through the 146.700 repeater. My answers to every question, I think, are going to be Alpha and Charlie.
All right, well, we got you down for Alpha and Charlie, and you dropped out a couple of times, but I heard 99% of what you said, so I'd say whatever you're doing, it is working. So we'll say 73 to you, and let's go, and you are coming in on 700. Let's go talk to Brad now, KA0KDW. What's going on in Missouri? I was just thinking about you earlier. Uh-oh, we'll give you 30 seconds to get to your radio, Brad. In the meantime, while Brad's thinking about getting to a radio, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Are there any other check-ins waiting to check in? Please call now.
This is KA0KDW.
Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, in and out.
KA0KDW, take it away there, Brad.
If I could find the repeater phone app again, I was back over to rec you. But anyhow, checking in on repeater phone tonight. I got home late, right as the Missouri net was starting, so I logged all my check-ins on my phone, and I still need to get off my lazy bum and actually put them in Excel. Then log into PuTTY to my repeater controller so I can set up make sure all my parameters are correct for the repeater swap tomorrow. I'm replacing my Vertex 7000 with a Motorola Quantar, and I need to make sure all of my audio settings are correct, which I'm pretty sure they are, but doesn't hurt to double check. And I haven't been on for a couple of weeks, had severe weather to do, and then when I got done with that, I just forgot to re-enable it and figured I would just wait until my new repeater gets installed, as there are some people that are a little too warm on the microphone, especially the Echolinksters, and my repeater does not like warm audio. If it's above a certain level, the transmitter basically silences it and sends out a dead carrier. So, in fact, it don't even send out a carrier. It actually stops transmitting, the repeater stops transmitting altogether, or at least stops transmitting the DPL, one of the two. So, once we get the Quantar installed, that should fix a lot of that, because those are notoriously way more forgiving with audio. So, that should fix a lot of it. And that'll be happening tomorrow morning. So, hopefully by next week I'll have my repeater re-enabled for the net, and we'll join you guys through RF internet, as I'll go direct to my repeater instead of coming through on my phone. But otherwise, good to hear you guys, and I'm assuming it's probably just as warm up there, so stay cool. And I've got severe weather stuff probably to do tomorrow evening. KA0KDW. Good to hear you guys, and have a great evening.
All right there, Brad. We'll say 73. Great to hear you out there, and good luck getting that repeater set up. And don't be a stranger. We do miss you. All right. Let's see. We got KD2HCE. Chris, I think he was in and out, but if you're there, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Just wanted to say, in the blue screen, I was trying to get into the mobile, but you missed me. For some reason, when I'm mobiling around, I can't get into the repeater. Everyone just overwhelms me on Echolink or Allstar or any on the interconnects. I just don't have the audio to bust through that. So I request a little bit longer check-ins or just a little more delay before you pick up, because maybe the mobiles can't get through the pile-ups. Just saying. But Ray got me. Took me about 3 or 4 tries to get into Ray, but Ray got me. But everything's working good here. Got my last lightning protection in line, so I'm ready for storms now. So you got to come by and see the monstrosity on the side of the house when you get a chance. So with that, everyone on the net, all of the Beacon netizens, 7-3. Have a great week. KD2HCE back to net and going the other way.
All right there, Chris. Well, glad you made it, and that's how it goes. The border breaker, that's tough to get in if you don't know what you're doing. All right, this is KD8EPC. We're at the bottom there. We're going to make one more call. Any other check-ins before we go talk to the net control team? Please call now. All right, just Nick, take it.
caught me off guard, Dustin. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin, all the Beacon denizens. Hi, Chris. Giving you a hard time in the blue screen. Do you need a tissue? Man, I had some response to Donald earlier. He said something about medicating the wife and laying down the dog. It was funny, but I lost the thread. I'm sure you all can figure it out. Trivia, I went Alpha Bravo earlier. So that's what I got in there. I've already typed it in, but I repeated it twice for myself. Club meeting next week. We've got a guy coming in from Army Mars, the military amateur radio civilian service thing, and he's going to be talking about that. I know I always see the Mars mod offered, or used to see the Mars mod offered all over the place on Gigaparts. Don't know if they still do that. Someone will answer. They must. Anyway, this was going to be the little presentation next week, and we'll get a recap on Field Day. We'll talk about how Field Day went. It was a fabulous time. Sorry you missed it, Dustin. That's all I got tonight, which is too much. I'm going to give it back to you, man. KD80PC is KD8SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Dustin.
All right there, Nick. And just so I don't forget, Delta, or Charlie and Delta for my answers. Compact disc, C and D. All right, let's go to Josh, W8HRF. Give me your main trivia answer, please.
Gonna go with solar power. Back to you, Dustin, W8HRF.
W8WKY.
All right there, Miss Lucy, K8YUK, take it away. Give us your comments and drop and give us the main trivia answer.
KD8ABC, K8YUK. Well, let's see here. I think I have to go with Delta for alt trivia. What did we do today? We went to a different rite for daily mass today. We went to a Maronite rite mass. So for the unfamiliar, which is me, you got Roman Catholics, which is stereotypical Catholics, but then you've also got different rites: Byzantine rite, Ukrainian rite, Maronite rite, and they have the same core beliefs, but their traditions are different. Different garments, different patterns of incense, different, et cetera, so forth. The trappings are different, effectively. And I'm sure it can go deeper than that. But the point is, I have never been to a Maronite Mass, and that was an interesting experience. They don't have kneelers on their pew, which baffled Betty and was great for Will because he realized he had a straight shot to just crawl through the entire church during the service. So the whole thing was pretty much just me chasing him. But everybody was very nice, and it was a neat experience, so that was cool. Then we got Will a shot for his vaccines. He was not thrilled, but he's since gotten over it. Betty kept being convinced that she was also getting a shot, so that took forever to convince her that it was just him. Then we played at a playground and came home, and we all slept, which was wonderful, except I didn't get anything done because I was asleep. But you can't win it all. And Josh came home, the kids got to play and got to read some books, and generally, pretty good day. Hot, but pretty good day. All right, I guess I'll drop it and read off main trivia. K8YUK returning. Here we go. The Japanese yachtsman Kenichi Hori was the first person to cross the Pacific Ocean using what renewable resource? A, solar power, B, wind turbine, not to be confused with a sail, C, hydroelectricity via a converted motor, or D, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean doggy paddling. The answer is A, solar power. From Wikipedia, Kenichi Hori is a Japanese solo yachtsman. In 1962, he became the first person to sail solo and nonstop across the Pacific Ocean. In 1996, he sailed from Salinas, Ecuador to Tokyo in a solar boat made of recycled aluminum. This crossing covered 10,000 miles, which is 16 kilometers in 148 days, which earned the Guinness World Record for the fastest crossing of the Pacific in a solar-powered boat. He has made other significant solo voyages, usually involving boats, exhibiting some sort of environmentally friendly theme, including his 2008 voyage across the western Pacific Ocean in a wave-powered boat, the Suntory Mermaid 2. In 2022, he became the oldest man to sail solo and nonstop across the Pacific. He began his journey in San Francisco, USA on March 27th, and he arrived in Japan on June 4th. Given how long ago I made this question, he might have had another voyage that I don't know about, but that's everything I've got. The answer for the main trivia is A, solar power. KE8YUK to KD8EBC, 73s and God bless.
All right there, Lucy 73, and have a great night. We'll say 73 to you, and let's go to Josh now. W8HRF. Give us your comments and go ahead and give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF, formerly K8DKA, from another life. Oh, what comments do I have? Not too much. It's been a long work week already. Looking forward to the weekend. Hard to believe that there's already a club meeting coming up, so that'll be cool. And interesting. I'll be interested to see what the presentation. Interested to observe the presentation, the text presentation. So that we'll be getting about Mars. So that's cool. What else is going on? Slowly coming up with a plan for how to get the shack office room here in the house more cleaned up. This is not functional. It is just not working. So, coming up with some plans of things to buy to help make it organized and get a better desk than this white folding desk and things like that. So, trying to figure all that out. I'm looking forward to getting it cleaned up so I don't have stuff sprawled everywhere. So that everything actually has homes. I have one shelf, Dustin. I have one shelf organized up at the top, and it's the ham radio gear. All the stuff I use for POTA up at the top shelf, all organized. So that at least, it makes me happy. Yeah. I'll let this drop and reread the alternate. I'll read the answer to alternate trivia. W8HRF returning. I'm kind of glancing through the different answers. Looks like we have a pretty good spread. I didn't count them up this time, but it looks like we have a pretty good spread. The alternate trivia question was, where was the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope constructed? Your options were Bell Labs in New Jersey, which was like the answer to every other multiple-choice question in computer science class, because Bell Labs invented everything. Anyways, Bravo, the California Institute of Technology, Charlie, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C., or Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Illinois. The answer is Delta, a random ham radio operator's backyard in Wheaton, Illinois. After Carl Jansky discovered radio waves coming from the Milky Way in 1933, he happened to work for Bell Labs. He discovered it, but after that, discovered that fact was happening, that radio waves were coming from the Milky Way. After that, a radio amateur, how do you say his name? Grote Rebar, how it's spelled, Grote Reber, I'm sorry, wanted to continue the work. He applied for a position at Bell Labs and different astronomical observatories, but it was during the Great Depression, so nobody was hiring, for obvious reasons. Rather than giving up, he worked full-time for a radio manufacturer in Chicago, but rather than giving up, he decided to fund the project himself. So in 1937, he built a 31-foot parabolic radio telescope in his backyard in Illinois. Let me take a break. After building this giant telescope in his backyard, I'm sure his wife was thrilled. He created, that was essentially what's recognized as the world's first purpose-built parabolic radio telescope. Carl Jansky actually discovered the radio wave on accident, so it was not, what he was using was not built for researching these radio waves coming from the sky. So anyways, every night he actually manually scanned the sky, and he had to do it at night because during the day his daytime observations were overwhelmed by ignition noises from automobile spark plugs. So he built two different receivers that failed to detect anything, but his third design, operating at about 160 megahertz, finally confirmed Carl Jansky's discovery of the radio waves coming from the galaxy. So that was pretty cool. So he later produced the first radio maps of the sky, showing strongest radio emissions coming from the Milky Way, and identified other major radio sources in constellations Cassiopeia and Cygnus for the first time. So his pioneering work transformed radio astronomy from a single discovery to an active scientific field, and after World War II, research groups around the world began building larger and more sophisticated radio telescopes. But he blazed the path, so I thought that was a really cool piece of trivia. So there you go. The answer was Delta. Back to you, Dustin. 7-3, everybody. W8HRF. Back to net control.
All right there, Josh. Well, great to hear you out there, and thanks for doing the alternate trivia for us. We really appreciate that. That's really cool. All right, guys, we're at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet, and we're going to make one more call here. Any other stations before we shut this thing down, please call now.
N8FQP, Ted, in Fairlawn.
W8WKY.
All right, Ted, we called for you earlier. Sorry we missed you. Go ahead.
Good evening, Dustin. Yeah, I didn't realize I was signed up on the Bluebird there, and I went over to visit with my neighbor for a few minutes. I come back and I saw my name in bold letters saying that I missed the net. So I for that, and just wishing everybody 7 3s. Spent the entire weekend working on the 13 colonies, and I got it done. It was a lot of fun. Don't know that I do it the same way next year, but it was a lot of fun. So, hey, thanks for kicking me in at the end here. Appreciate it. Dustin, you take it easy, and everyone else on the net. And we'll talk to you later. N8FQP out.
Ted, well, thanks for coming back. It's great to hear you. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8EPC. This is the last and final call. Anybody else before we shut this thing down?
Dustin,
W2, let's recheck W2.
With us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390, the positive offset in the PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the barometer net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker net every day at noon Central Time. That's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC returning the repeater to normal air choose this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
John and Mark, I heard you. W2JLS, KC8FQV. Go, John. Hang on, Mark.
KD8SLG and anyone that may still be listening. I was just going to share, relative to Josh's excellent question, that there this series of lectures that you could watch on it used to be called the Great Lectures Series, and I think they rebranded, but it's like you can get this online, but somebody put together like I don't know if it was like a 24-part course on radio astronomy. I sat through that. You pay like one monthly fee to join the ability to take lectures on virtually any subject, but they'd have like world-class professors on any topic. But this guy put together a 24 or so, I could be wrong about the number, but there were a lot of lectures, and it covered all aspects of radio astronomy, including what Josh's question touched on. I'd almost forgot this whole thing, but that's a really great platform, and maybe somebody listening will remember how it was rebranded. It used to be like the Great Lectures or Great Courses. W2JLS. Thanks for picking me up, Nick.
Cool. Interesting stuff, John. Hey, I heard you last night. On you seem to have on the astronomy net, like story time with John thing, and cool stuff about the documentation on seeing that star explode. That's pretty cool. Let me see what Mark's got here. KC8FQE, KD8SLG. What's up, Mark?
Oh, Nick, I was just saying, I was drinking a lot of cold glasses of ice water at 8 o'clock because I said, oh, that's a good reason to drink all this cold ice water to keep my brain cool from going through all these nets I did at 8. Well, it's the same thing at 9 to 10, or, right around 10, because I got a couple of Zooms and a couple of nets. So, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning. And I think, well, it should be Gary's show tomorrow morning. Yeah, the Gary show. So, yeah, you'll get that where everyone learned the, I'll circle back. So, we'll send it back your way, Nick, and catch you somewhere around KCFQV.
All right, Mark, we'll hear you tomorrow morning on the barometer net with AAHCS Custom Select. W2JLS. Did you and Burness work that out beforehand, or did you just jump on and go with that?
W2JLS returning. Now, he's asked me to become a regular contributor, so he's allowed me a segment. I tend to when I check in on that net, my contribution tends to be either stuff that I've observed in the night sky, and then when I don't have anything interesting in terms of by way of a naked eye observation or something cool that I happened into, I do prepare through some research a topic every week now. So I try to limit myself to something like a 5-minute segment. But yeah, this week in radio or in astronomy history, the topic I did select was how the Crab Nebula was formed, because it actually was observed by the Chinese very scrupulously in their records July in 1054. So this is the week that they observed it. Imagine that, it's daytime and you suddenly have a second star in the sky lingering for 2 or 3 weeks with brightness enough to see it in the daytime. And that's what we can now enjoy as these great photos with modern telescopes as the Crab Nebula. Before that, it was a star probably too faint to see very well. W2JLS.
Cool. Yeah, it was fun. But I got to admit, man, that beeper going off every 2 minutes drives me nuts. Get a clock. All right, man, I got to get out of this chair. It's been too long. W2JLS, KD8SLG. We clear on yours, John. Have a good night.
Thanks, Nick. You too. Good chatting with you. And nice to be in there tonight on the Beacon Net. I'm sorry I missed all the front end, but the questions were great. Josh and Lucy always do a really super job. And Dustin, obviously, awesome to hear him. He is one fast talker, especially when he's on his way out. Anyway, have a good night, all. W2JLS, I'll be probably clear out of here too.
Yeah, KCFK. That where he's going to start making his $1 million when he does that fast talk advertisement. KCFQV. Yeah, that ice water. I don't know why it tastes so good, but normal water, I don't care about drinking like normal water, but I drink that ice water, I can drink a ton of it. KCFQV will kick you in the morning. And the morning comes, yeah, early. Yeah. Jim's already in his pajamas. He's been snoring the hours. The KCFQV.
W8WKY.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo Romeo 4, November Bravo. That is KR4 and NB calling CQ.
Hello, Mike here. Anyone on this channel? Sorry, no copy there. Yeah, Mike, ZL3 and WD, just probing around. Over.
W8WKY.
Sounds like someone has APRS trained over here. This is KD8SLG. Please check your radios. Somebody has APRS turned on and trained to 14739 instead of 14439. Check your radios, please. Turn off your APRS. KD8SLG.
Well, I will say it's not me, KC5RBG.
If it were, I would have just dropped you, but this is somebody coming in on RF. fox hunt.
It wasn't me. I wasn't even here that day.
WATD K88SLG. I can take that one off my list. Thanks, John.
Yeah, man. I like that excuse. It's one that I hear a lot. It's one that I can't figure. My clients can't figure out why I won't stand up in court and try to make that argument on their behalf. Anyway, listen to the net.
Wow. I wasn't there that day either, John.
Had my hands full.
All right, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully somebody figured out what was going on there, and
why the astronomy net
that won't persist.
Because I was wondering.
WATD KD8SLG. I'll be clear on yours, John.
You know, I'm inactive. All I do is talk about it now. So I don't imagine they want to hear me talking about it. If it weren't for the commercial aspect of it, I would love to pop in and let them all know there's an observatory being decommissioned here in town and everything has to go. But I don't do that either. 73, KD8SLG, W8TD.
W8WK1.
Hey, Nick, you could always turn on your APRS and put it on that frequency and find out who it is that way. That's one way to do it. KC5RBG.
I'm not local to my repeater right now. I'm on Allstar at Audrey's. KC5RBG KD8SLG.
Well, I think you can do it through Allstar as well. I don't know, maybe not. I would think you just put in whatever frequency and it would go through it.
They're putting it into the repeater frequency. See, the APRS frequency is 144390, right? Anyway, what happens is, at least on the 400, wherever you're running APRS, it doesn't care what frequency it's on. So I run APRS on the bottom half of that radio, and you have an FTM 400, I think. You're familiar with them, but they got two knobs on that side. If you bump that knob, it'll change the channel, and it'll still be running APRS there, even though it's not on the APRS channel. I've gotten tagged doing that before, because when I bump mine, I end up putting it out onto the WAWO, the Worcester Club, the Wayne Amateur Radio Club's repeater, and they only seem to know who it is, and quick text message, and I fix it. It happens. KD8SLG.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's coming through on your Allstar. So if you put in the frequency for your Allstar node on APRS, you should receive their signal and find out who it is that way.
Yeah, no. If you've tried to do like FLDigi or things through Allstar, it just doesn't work. Something's missing. There's a reason why people don't run it through their Allstar nodes.
Okay. It was just a thought. I was just brainstorming, trying to figure out a way you could find out who it is and take care of it. I'll keep brainstorming. I don't know, maybe more tequila will help. KC5RBG.
More tequila will not hurt. Not until tomorrow. Good night, Shannon. KC5RBG KD8SLG.
Good night, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow with a hangover. KC5RBG.
KC8YKP.